Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is Dave. We are back in the train room of all places. Haven't been down here in quite a while, but it's getting to that time of year. We're getting close to Thanksgiving. And I'll have my son Johnny down here in a little bit. He's upstairs. We just got back from the Allentown train show. And it was great to get out there and actually do something for a while related to trains. It seems like, as a lot of people do, they do a lot more during the summer. They don't really play with the trains as much. I am one of them, but we're getting some work done. As you can see, I had mentioned before, I'm starting a lot of scenery, but you may notice this guy right here. We got a new locomotive in the fleet, which is pretty awesome, and this guy is an H10 consolidation, and this is an MTH Proto 2. So I'm pretty excited about running this guy. Let me get her in here and take a closer look. So it's a Proto 2 locomotive, and I apologize if I'm a little shaky here because I've got a new GoPro I'm playing with. And unfortunately, and this is the frustrating part, is I did get a new caboose with it. I got a couple of different things. So I got a caboose, and I got a nice water tower here, an MTH water tower, but this guy's missing a couple of things like the chain. I can pick up the chain. It's a piece that comes from here that goes down to here. It's missing. I hope it works, but it's been hard to find these things, so I'm happy to just get it. And it's pretty easy to set back up. So, but the caboose, which is a little frustrating, is in terrible shape. So, shame on me. I should have checked it better. But the truck fell off. I think I can fix it pretty easily, so I'm not too worried about that. But for now, I've got my N8 caboose that's over here. I'm about to use the physical zoom here, but we'll use this guy on it. So, getting back to this guy, I'm pretty happy that we found this. We actually found a couple different locomotives. One of them being the was a Odyssey. What was it? It was an Odyssey K4. It was really nice. Actually, I really like them. And the guy had a great price, and I also found like some of the old K-line heavyweights, those green box heavyweights that are really nice. But I just was not particularly interested in spending that level of money that I needed to spend to get those parts. So I got this guy for a really good deal. So I'm actually like really happy with that. So don't get me wrong. And this runs beautifully. So it makes up for everything else that's wrong with today. But I was a little frustrated because you trust people. Shame on me. Should have checked it. But that's the way it goes. But so kind of let's get this guy running. We'll get to see this thing running a little bit. You can see I drug these guys out. These are an oldie but goodie I have, but it seems to be stuck in the dreaded reset mode. So it's a Proto 1. I loved these guys because these things could pull a house down. And I remember I had to lay out down this basement before I finished it a long time ago. And I had, I think, something like 30 cars on that thing, and it just meandered around the layout because it's a dual-powered unit. So, let's get this guy set up. Let's get her running. We'll get some video of it, and then we'll talk a little bit about what's going on here because you can see that house there. I'm going to move that. I think I'm going to end up putting it over in this corner, and then I've got some stuff that I'm going to do here. I'm going to leverage pretty heavily like the Pittsburgh Train Fanatic backdrops so that I can get some like forced perspective and make the layout look a little bit bigger than it really is. Geez, you got a lot of light here. It's sorry if I'm getting some glare off the dome, but let's get this guy going and hope you enjoy it. All right, guys, we are back. Here we go. We got the H10 ready to go, and got Johnny here to join us. And you were really pushing hard for that K4, weren't you?
Yes. I really wanted it.
It was like a K4 with 8 cars, something like that. So it was pretty cool. But we ended up getting the H10 one because the price was right for it. But also, we've been looking for one of these bad boys for what, like maybe
10 years.
2 years, 10 years. Well, I had been looking for it quite a while. But like we had only been actively looking for it for like about maybe 2 years, 2-3 years.
Yeah, 2.
But let's get her started. We'll get some good video of it. Let's see here, see if it'll behave herself.
It's one of the most loudest things ever.
Well, we have it turned down too, right?
Yeah. So when we first had her, she was so loud.
It was super loud, yeah. And there we go. We're gonna blow you out with that. So let's get this going. All right, here we go. Okay, so actually John just reminded me that I forgot we were at a local TCA train show in Philly. Not this weekend, but the weekend before, and I forgot we picked up this guy. So we're actually, and you know what? I don't, for the life of me, and I apologize if you can't hear me because that thing is loud, but man, look at how ridiculous the smoke is on that. It's amazing, and the cool part is it's a lot like the Decapod that we have right here. But I mean, it's a gorgeous engine, and the only thing, and this is the thing that kind of annoys me, is that it's a great engine, but it only had one rubber wheel. The other one was gone, so I ripped the other one off, and it's running currently with absolutely no rubber wheels, and seems to be doing just fine.
And it's like miniature Decapod.
Yeah, it's just like a Decapod, but what? It's missing one set of wheels, right?
Yeah. And it's like the same deal. Like when we first got the Decapod, like a rubber band came off.
Yeah, one of the rubber wheels came off.
And
so what we're gonna do though? Yeah, it's the same. It was the exact same deal. And we have the Class A that we showed a while back. It didn't have any rubber wheels on it. So this guy here, I don't even know what it is. It's like we're just calling it kind of commuter train. The price was right. It was like $60 or something like that, $70.
75.
But it was in great shape. And then we also found a Strasbourg car, and that might be a little foreshadowing for later. So stay tuned on that. But Johnny, why don't you pull this out? I think we're going to turn this into our maintenance of way train, like our record train. We'll get a really cool crane car to go with it. We'll get a couple other like service stuff, and that'll be our maintenance train.
And we might find other piece for this one.
Well, go ahead and fire this up. Let's bring this one out. You got the switch, so we got to do this guy over here. Let me see. Hold on, wrong ones. See, even I don't know them. There we go. And you got to get that guy over there. You got that one? Good. All right, let's do this. Fire it up. Okay. Let her rip. Nice. A little slower there, boss. Go ahead, move it. Let's get her going. I'm losing eyesight here with this. Look how much is this smoking. Look at all that smoke. What?
If you feel it on the bottom.
Oh my God. This thing is a smoker, man. Holy moly, it smokes like crazy. And actually, Johnny wanted me to bring this guy up. Now, I'm not going to run this one today just because
it's really squeaky.
It squeaks a lot, and I gotta oil the wheels. I just didn't get around to it. But this is a Williams Mountain, and this has a little bit of sentimental value to me because this particular mountain, and it looks like it has a smoke unit in it, but it does not. That particular mountain, when I was a lot younger, my dad actually got from a train store to repair for them. And I saw it down our basement when I was a lot younger. I was like, man, that is a cool looking train. Turns out, 4 or 5 years later, it was back in the store, and it was the same one my dad fixed, because it's got a monstrous can motor, and it's hard to see it, but it has a monstrous can motor in it. And doesn't have any rail sounds or anything like that. But from the sentimental perspective, I wanted to get it because my dad fixed it. So it's cool to have it. You know, it doesn't have rail sounds. Maybe someday we'll put some rail sounds in it, but for right now, it's good as it is. Like John did say, though, I gotta oil it, right? So let's get a couple good shots of this guy. Let's bring this over here. I'll see if I can get a few shots. Get her going. Sharp. And back there. Yeah, and like I said, I'm gonna probably move that house that's up there, and we're probably gonna put it over here. I gotta work with the real estate a little bit. Oh my God. All right, so we're back, and I'm sorry, we had to get a little breather here. John's gonna park the electric one when it comes around. We're gonna dump it here, and then we're gonna bring out the Decapod,
With the twin.
and it's going to. we're possibly going to die of asphyxiation down here, just because I don't know if you can see how much smoke is in here, but good Lord, that guy smokes like crazy. This guy smokes like crazy. And I did mention I got to wire this up still, but this is an MPH, Rail King structure. I got to get that wired up. I hope it works. But all right, Johnny, why don't you back that guy in?
Let the twins out.
Yeah. You were going. You were good. Yeah, use the button. You know what you're doing. Try it again.
It was on a switch.
It's not on a switch. You flubbed it. It was not. How about you slow it down just a smidge? There you go. Keep going. You're good. You're good. Get her in there. It's fine. It's fine. I gotta start doing some scenery and stuff here. More than enough. That's good. All right. Now we got two Banshee whistles going in parallel. We got this guy. This guy looks like now that this guy needs to get a little greased up because she's squeaking. My goodness, look at how much that's smoking. And this guy's still going to town. Wow. It's insane. Alright, so that's just about it for today's video. I did want to hit one more thing. We started talking about this upper level up here, and this is actually going to go through a bit of change, right, John? We're going to end up doing, so we're actually going to steal some stuff from our, from my dad's, but his grandpop's layout. Some old Erdl farm,
Stuff.
like the barn, the house, stuff like that. And we're gonna put a farm up on this top level up here. Just I couldn't really get a town type of thing to work up there. There really isn't enough room, so we're gonna go back to our original thing that we wanted to do. And we'll put a nice farm up there. We'll put some hills and stuff like that. Put a barn, all that good stuff. And that'll round it out really well. And then over here, we're gonna do a little bit of a town section in here. We'll might cover this section up with like some street level and then some more like industry and things like that. But got a lot of scenery to do. Believe it or not, for such a small layout, there's still a lot of work to do. So, all right, guys, so that's just about it for today. I don't think there's anything else we want to cover on this. We're going to continue doing the scenery, but until next time, guys, thanks for watching. And, well, you know, like with the car videos, keep the shiny side up, all right? Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.